welcome to the session. We will be starting this off in 10 years prior to the current campaign. And we are joined by 5 lovely players, and you are all traveling towards Zifra due to a assistance needed between the Varian Dynasty and Zifra to handle some potential skirmishes. They've been seeing some Varian issues. And you've all been around the Cloudrest area doing what you need to do, and had spoken to the community leaders and were invited to this community chat about what's going on in the city and the outskirts. So where we start is white clouds. All you see are cotton candy-like clouds gently resting upon the mountain as you crest your way into the town of Cloudrest. The cold winter air puffs in front of you as you breathe, walking towards the center of town, where you see a very large building with golden accents welcoming townspeople inside. And you all sort of take a look around. You see townspeople shuffling into this room. And as you enter this room, you look around and you see various figures standing around townspeople. And at the front of this room, you see a tall, slender, light blue Dracona in leathers and a cloak of furs resting upon their shoulders, with little dots of mushrooms on their tail that you can see poking out from underneath their cloak, and on their hands, just like sort of dotted on them. And they walk around the room asking people to quiet down and take their seats into this basically a giant amphitheater of a room in this giant sort of city center town building. And as you sort of all gather yourselves into seats and you look down towards, where the Dracona is talking, and they look behind them, and you see 2 other people sitting at a table at the front of the room. One of them is copper toned with amber eyes. She's very, very strong looking. She's got buff arms that you can see poking out between some leathers and fur. Her white hair seems to just magically flow in wind when there doesn't seem to be any sort of wind in the room, any air flowing through. And her leathers and furs cover the majority of her torso, and she sort of is talking to another person, a furry, short antlered fawn with short butterfly-like wings fluttering animatedly, making her sort of slightly hover in place up and down. You see her talking animatedly with this other person. The Dracona walks to the center of the room, and you sort of see their hands sort of, that hand motion of, hey, please quiet down, of, all right, everybody, take your seats. And as everybody shuffles in and the murmur of chatter starts to quiet, there's a villager that shouts out, "Where are the answers?" And you hear from the Dracona, "All in due time, my friends. We're searching for the cause of seeing more Dynasty soldiers in the area. Which?" And you see him stare at each of you. You're all sort of scattered around the room, wherever you're seated. And they look up at you and point to each of you. I've just spoken to each of these individuals. They've came into town upon request of various other cities, having them come up here to see what all the hubbub is, and we're going to look into see why we keep seeing so many Dynasty soldiers getting closer and closer to town. And I promise you, we will get to the bottom of this. The crowd jeers and starts questioning, like, why are they here? What do they want? Like, we've never had an interaction with them. All this stuff, all these questions, jeering at the Dracona. And as we pan out of this room and you hear the jeering and you all sort of look at each other, realizing that you're going to be with each other for the next couple days, trying to figure out what is going on, we pan out and you realize that the Dracona, after talking to them, their name is Atri Dushad, which is the leader of Zifra. And I will go ahead and put that name in the chat so you all can see how it's spelled. And we pan out of that room and sort of pan over to a cloudy, snowy plains and rocky exterior area of the group of you walking towards the direction that Atri told you all to head towards. And as you sort of arrive in the area where the reports of the Varian soldiers have been sighted, it doesn't take long to see tracks leading to the mouth of a cave surrounded by oddly shaped boulders covered in green lichen, and you're sort of in a higher elevation, so there is just like bits of snow as it is wintertime currently. And you're all in your leathers and your furs and all warmed up, and you're all sort of talking to each other heading up to this area. So you see mouth of a cave surrounded by oddly shaped boulders covered in green lichen. And that is where I'm going to go ahead and ask somebody, any one of you, to make an instinct roll for me as you come upon the mouth of this cave and see these oddly shaped boulders. And anybody can call out, or you can just feel free to use the chat.
I'm gonna go. Wow, that was okay. I'm gonna go ahead and roll the instinct check if that's okay.
Yeah, you can. If some of you also want to, it doesn't have to be just one person, but anybody. Yeah, go for it.
That's a D20. Never.
Yeah, make sure
different system.
D12s.
Okay, 18 with fear.
Ooh,
7 with fear.
So there's 5 of you, and I just got 2. I'm at 7 fear now.
I got a 17 with hope.
Nice.
I think that's what that means. I think that's what that means. Yeah, 17 with hope. That's what it says.
I love it. Perfect. Yeah.
That's my very first roll in Daggerheart.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. Sorry. I'd say that.
Commemorate. All right. So.
Mine too. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So anybody who, let's see, fear. I'm at 9 fear. So
9.
So anybody who rolled over 10, so the majority of you, you would see that coming upon the mouth of this cave, these boulders that are covered in lichen, and it's sort of like older looking, you could tell that these aren't just any sort of boulder, that they're very man-made. Like, it doesn't look like this was natural work, like natural stone or boulder. It is worked stone, like someone had carved these into like columns of some kind that are sort of broken and leaning on top of this mouth of this cave. What else would you guys like to do? What do you guys want to do?
I think Petra would sidle up next to Lazara and say, "Hey, you ever seen stones like those before? You're the explorer here. Want to go race to see if we can check them out? See who gets there first?"
Yeah, I'm down. This is very strange. I don't know that I've seen anything like this.
No, last one there's a rotten you, and then Petra runs off.
So the two of you are you literally like sort of, so you guys are about like, I would say like 40 feet away from this, that you can kind of see like as you get closer and closer, like to 30 feet, like there is like, you can see like these boulders are columns, and you guys are racing. Do you want to do a little see who gets there first action? Because you guys could totally roll let's see, what would that be? Maybe a agility roll. If you want to see who actually gets
why not? I like rolling dice.
Go for it.
Yeah, I think I'm also... Can I use, since she's a fawn, she has Caprine Leap, so she can leap anywhere within close range, as though I was using normal movement, allowing me to vault obstacles, jump across gaps, or scale barriers with ease.
I mean, sure. That's cheating, but I'll allow it.
Amazing.
Okay, and I only got a 9 for my agility.
Amazing.
With hope.
I got 18 for my agility.
Amazing. So, of course, Lazara, you see, like, tell me how Lazara jumps across to beat out Petra getting to these boulders.
You just see, honestly, she just kind of stands there for a second, lets Petra get a little bit of a head start, let her think she's gonna win, and then her goat legs just like kick into gear, almost like they're spring loaded, and she just like shoots ahead, almost leaping through the air to meet Petra.
Petra
In
gets
front of the
mad
boulders, almost
tunnel
like
vision,
leaning.
thinks she's pulling one over on Lazara, and doesn't see this at all. Shows up and goes, aha! Turns over and sees her and goes, oh, come on.
And while those two are racing, what are the rest of you doing?
Darren's more or less just keeping to the back, letting everyone else go through first, and just keeping an eye on what if like the cave entrance falls in, like just keeping an eye out for any potential dangers coming from the back.
Okay.
Lavina's kind of looking up at the clouds, not really paying attention to what's going on just yet. Kind of looking at the rocks, but mostly because she's trying to see if she could find a way to like pick a little piece off because she thinks that they look interesting, so she could have it a little bit of it in her pocket with her like random junk.
Yeah. So you're saying like a piece of the column?
Yeah, she's trying to see if there's like a little piece that she could like chip off somewhere because she
Yeah.
just like collects random things.
Yeah, I would say there's like a little piece of like column that's like broken off in the area, you know, it looks like it's rubbled around, so you could totally pick up a rock and put that in your inventory if you so choose.
Perfect. She has a rock now.
A rock.
Yes.
And Cricket, is there anything you're doing?
Well, since that you said that this looks like it's man-made, there's no chance that there's places trapped or anything, right?
You tell
So
me what you want to do.
looking for suspicious traps and stuff.
Okay,
Because
okay.
yeah.
So I'll say, give me a, let's see. Give me I'm gonna say, give me an instinct roll. I want to see like how much you'll be able to see from where you're at.
18 with hope.
Okay. So, as you guys sort of crest into this area, I will say, like, as they're running towards, and you can see, Saren and Cricket and Lavina, you're all sort of like slowly creeping on. Cricket, you notice that it doesn't look like there's like wires or any sort of like, like a detonator or something, like nothing like explosive in any way. You don't notice just with your keen eye of doing a lot of rogue shit that you feel like there is some sort of trap outside. I will say though, as you're looking around, you notice some foot tracks, and not from you guys. Like you could tell that these are bigger footsteps. Like the mud is slicked, it's a little bit drier in some places just from the mist of clouds. There's footsteps that are either coming in and out of this cave area. They're sort of like diagonal, almost like, imagine like, like a bird's foot where it's got like three little toenails. It's sort of like some are coming into the cave and then some are coming out into the left of the cave. So you can see that there are some footsteps everywhere, but it doesn't look trapped in any way. It doesn't look like they're congregating in one area or anything like that you can tell.
Do I have a rough sense of how many feet?
I would say many. Like, I would say it looks like there's, different shoe sizes. Some are bigger, some are smaller, some have ridges, like, like as if, like a hiking boot type situation, or like a armor foot type situation. There are many. You can't get a exact number, but it's definitely over 10. Like, it doesn't look like there are many footprints. But I will say, in different, like, if you were to put this as like a fork in a road, The left and right are many, but the ones going in and out, like in and out of the cave, it looks like there are slightly more, if that makes sense. Like the majority of the footsteps are coming in and out of the cave versus on the left and right. Like, like leaving the area, if that makes sense.
Okay, in that case, Lazara, have you seen these?
Lazara will squat down and take a look at them. And I, GM, would like to use my gifted tracker ability.
Okay.
It says when you're tracking a specific creature or group of creatures based on signs of their passage, which I'm assuming these footprints can count as that. You can spend any number of hope and ask the GM that many questions from a list that I have here. So I would like to spend a hope and ask if I can tell how long ago these footprints. The question is, how long ago did they pass through? So if I can tell, like, how old.
How fresh are the prints?
Yeah.
So, I would say the left and right seem to be much older, like multiple days ago. The going in and out of the cave as recent as a couple hours ago. They're pretty fresh.
Lazaro will relay that to the group. Just pull everyone in a little bit closer and talk a little softer. Be like, hey, some of these prints are pretty fresh. Keep your eyes open, y'all. We're not alone here.
I would like, let's see, who would see this? Lavina and Petra. The two of you, how close are you getting to the front of this? Like after, because this is all sort of happening simultaneously. You run away, they all sort of are coming upon this area. You see the tracks, they're sort of a little bit further from you. Are you guys stopping and seeing, like, obviously, who got there first? Are you chatting? Are you coming back to talk to them and find out? Or are you investigating more?
So we're seeing the footprints near the mouth of the cave, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like Lavina will probably try to get someone's attention who hasn't seen it and just kind of question what's going on. She's like, that's a lot of feet. That's concerning.
That is a lot of feet.
Yes, feet.
Maybe it's just a few people with a few extra pairs of feet.
That's quite possible.
Of some sort.
A spider vibe.
Oh no.
Maybe centaurs.
Yes, absolutely. Lots of feet.
Or a centipede.
Hate that.
You're welcome.
Petra shivers.
So, you all are around the area. I haven't looked too closely at some of y'all's backstories, so forgive me. But would anybody be interested in deities of any kind? Like, are there some people who study deities?
That would be me.
Okay.
That would be me.
Anybody else other than Saren?
Not really.
I think Lazara would be in like a historical.
More of a historical type situation. Okay. Cricket or Petra, do either of you think your characters would know?
Petra's more of like an academic type history.
Okay.
She's more interested in the arcane than the divine.
Got it.
Probably.
Lavina was homeschooled. She doesn't know much yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like with Sarah, and with like Saren, he's interested in deities from just the thing of, I need to find this one.
Okay.
And he doesn't know which one it is.
Okay. I would like Saren, as you get closer and you all sort of congregate in front of this and quietly talk and see steps, give me a knowledge roll for me, Saren.
Oh, that's a -1.
If you need help, Petra can help. She has good knowledge.
Okay.
You can add a d6 to your roll.
If you spend a hope, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, if you guys spend a hope and you can add a d6 for advantage. I'll allow it.
That is 14 with fear.
I love all this fear. So, as you get closer, Saren, you see that there are some broken sort of sigils and that are sort of like around some of these columns. And as the group is sort of congregating and you see out of the corner of your eye this sort of broken flat rock, you sort of step away from the group being sort of towards the back and you make your way a little bit closer and you see a flat stone that has a symbol of a shield and sword. And the sword is in front of the shield, kind of like at a diagonal. And you realize, what did you roll again?
14 with fear.
Ooh, I will give it to you. I will say that you can tell that this seems to be some sort of deity temple of some kind. That is, you recognize that as a symbol for a deity.
I kind of pull away. I don't think Saren would very much know anyone else who's in the group who would be like religious.
Yeah, is anybody wearing like anything that maybe on the way here talked
Like
about
signifies it,
religion?
or like wearing something that signifies it?
I would say
Would agree.
Nobody in this group. I would say this specific deity, maybe you could have seen it in town a little bit, from around people wearing like pennants and things of this symbol. I would say upon further, like if you had a higher knowledge roll, you would be able to tell exactly which deity. But I would say just
Gotcha.
essentially it's a deity of some kind, and you seem to believe that this may be a forgotten temple of that deity.
I see. I more or less just share this information with the rest of the group as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend a fear while you guys are dilly-dallying.
Oh no.
And you start to hear movement inside as you guys are standing closer. You hear some sort of footsteps, some like rocks, like when you're near something and you hear movement, rocks shuffling and the ground sort of moving a little bit in terms of like sound coming from the inside. What would you like to do?
Saren readies his broadsword immediately upon hearing Rufflin.
The rest of you, what are you doing as you see Saren brandish their sword?
Should we hide and wait and see what's up, or just start hitting things?
I'm a fan of hiding and waiting and gathering more information.
Agreed.
Sounds like a plan. Petra's gonna go try and hide.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So all of you are gonna.
As much as Saren doesn't want to, he hides as well.
So you all sort of find bushes and various trees around, I'm assuming, and just sort of wait and see what happens. So you all sort of stand to the edge, and you see a woman, a human woman, walk out. You hear footsteps, and she walks out. She has a black robe on with a sort of black witch hat on her and long sleeves, furs covering her top portion, leathers on her chest, and she's got boots on, the whole 9 yards of making sure that she's warmed up to stand outside. And she looks around, and you can see she sort of looks down at the ground and see that there's more footprints. And I'm gonna really quickly make a roll real quick to see if she sees you guys. She doesn't. She looks around. She can't figure out where these steps came from. And she sort of just like peers out, waits a moment to see if she can hear anything. Turns around and heads towards back into the cave. And you don't see her.
Is she within
disappears.
Close range?
I would say it depends on
Would
how
she be
close you guys are. Like, how close are you guys
Okay.
hiding? If you guys are within, if you guys are thinking, oh, I'm going to be like 30 feet back or something like that, I would say it wouldn't be like melee range, obviously. But
Just close. So
close enough to
let's see.
see her. I would assume like what she looks like.
Prominent details across the room, about 10 to 30 feet away.
Yeah. So I would say if you guys are that close, you'd be able to see, obviously what she looks like and things. Is there something specific you're looking for?
Well, I've got arcane sense, so I was going to see if I could detect that she's a magical person or not.
I would say you could definitely tell she's magical of some kind. She's definitely... The weave surrounds her. I would also...
Okay, and are there any objects around here as well, or can I sense anything in magical object with my arcane sense too?
No magic objects that you can see.
Just magical person, got it.
Yeah, magical person, no magical objects. I would say the clothing specifically is in the colors you guys would all know as the Varian Dynasty colors, which are black, red, and blue. So you would see like a blue tie and like black robe and like red scarf or something, like essentially like detailing that she is a part of the Varian Dynasty. Yeah, so you would see like the colors on her, and then she exits the area back into the cave. Is there anything else you guys want to do?
Well, it's been a long time since I've seen anyone dress up in winter gothic, but I think she made it work.
Indeed.
If she saw our footprints, though, doesn't that mean that she can go tell anyone else who's in that cave that she saw our footprints?
We might be in
Yeah.
trouble.
I'm just saying, do we go stab her?
Maybe she just thinks it's one person with a lot of feet.
Yeah,
Right,
a terrible
like
centipede.
Yeah, calling back to that, I think that would probably be her first assumption.
Me too.
All right, well, I say we proceed in with caution.
Agreed.
Okay. I would like everyone to join the owl bear now.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Good. Where's the link again? I've misplaced
Resources.
it.
It is in resources.
Resources.
At the very top, it
Perfect.
should say owl bear.
Ah,
Tippy
yes,
tip,
it does
tippy
say
top.
owl bear.
Tip, tippy top.
Admit.
No, my name is not Lich.
My name is not Spectre either.
At
Yeah, my
last
name's-
you
my name's
revealed
not-
this.
My name's not Grick. It wanted me to be Grick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Oh. Oh no.
Oh,
Wow.
That was a very big
Lazara is
fight for a second.
huge.
I didn't realize that you were mixed ancestry with a giant.
Petra looks up in awe. Wow.
Alright, do you
What
guys need me to add your tokens to Owlbear, or do you think that did you guys upload them to Owlbear yourselves?
I could not get
Oh,
it.
I didn't.
I will add
I'm not even signed in.
Don't you worry, I got you.
I'm
Bless.
confused.
You're good. I got this. Don't you worry. I got you.
What, child? A cup? For water?
What does this mean?
Oh,
Whoa.
Ah,
Holy shit.
There you go.
sorry.
3, 4.
Mobby.
And then finally, cucumber.
I wish my mouse was working. Trying to use a trackpad for all this.
Oh my god, that sucks. I'm sorry.
I don't
Trackpads are a
know.
pain.
What's going on with my mouse? It's on. It's not. It's connected. It's just. It's charged.
I normally have an iPad that I put Owlbear on, but right now the normal child is using it.
Mm.
So it's weird seeing it on my desktop.
You will be a square, unfortunately, for now.
That's okay. I am perfectly square. I take up 5 feet in every direction.
Perfect.
Oh God.
Okay, and then
Yeah, I'm like the cube.
Love it.
You're looking a bit off. Are you feeling okay? Just
First
a
we
bit
have
more angular
centipede
than usual.
people, and now I'm a square.
Incredible.
Oh no.
Incredible. Okay, so who's entering first? Give me a marching order. And you guys, you don't like you can move him around. So like if you need to, what's the marching order? Who's entering in first? Who's entering in second? Etc. Etc.
Cricket
Given
will be
the
in the front, but I would be close to the front.
Okay.
So working with Lavina.
given the pension for Saren to stabby, I think Saren's taking full front at this point.
Okay.
Lavina wants to rush in because she's intrigued, but she's done things like this before and it has ended badly, so she's going to try to hang somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, Lazara will stay in the middle. See if
Alright.
there are other people that
Petra
are
will
wanting to
take up
take the
the
lead.
rear guard then.
Perfect. All right. So as you all enter the mouth of this cave, you see a broken down door on the floor. Some scroll work that looks like were parts of like a door of some kind that was put in the front of this cave. And you see various dirt and mounds, and you do see some light coming from this direction and this direction. You see him coming from the leftmost portion of the cave and just north of the cave. What would you all like to do?
Do we know anything about this cave besides people we're seeing here? Like, do we have any idea how big it is, or how old it is, or what it used to be besides it might have been a temple? Like, was there mines near here, anything like that?
I would say that you would be able to tell that this was something ancient, like just looking at the scroll work and the area and knowing being in this area, whoever has been in this area longest would tell that like this was something prior to Starfall probably, and they've built newer temples in other parts of this country. So seems to be like an an olden temple. Now hearing, realizing where you're at and seeing scroll work and sort of temple like structures in here, I'd say, this is probably something that was maybe abandoned at this point. Just seeing how old it is, it's very dusty in here. Other than you can definitely see like footprints and things like that. Like just crawling in here, you can see like there's footprints, there's movement. You can hear like some, talking coming from different directions and like very quiet and, fire crackling. That's, generic cave ambiance, if you will. And yeah.
But
I would say,
the locals or like people that we are aware of wouldn't have any reason to be in here.
correct. Yeah, this is not something that's like
Cool.
Like I would say, especially talking to the townspeople and getting sort of like a lay of the land in this area, it wouldn't be something that like they would come into for any particular reason. They usually keep to themselves in that town specifically. Yeah.
Also, sorry, just going back that quick. What are Autry Duchaud's pronouns? Just to double check.
Autry Duchaud is, let me pull up my notes, but I'm pretty sure they are. I got too many NPCs, I'm sorry.
Yo,
they
good.
are non-binary, so they them.
Gotcha.
While we're at it, what are Saren's pronouns?
He, they.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect.
So, yeah. So Autry they would say, like there's no need to go this direction, which is why it's very weird that they keep seeing like this sort of movement on this side of this country. It's not really it's not an area that they would go to. It's like kind of like a little bit out of the way as well. Like if you guys were to look at this map, I could kind of tell you, if you pull up the map of Starfall, where you guys are sort of at in Zifra. So in Cloud Rest, you'll see they're sort of like in a mountainside town, and you guys would sort of be like just south in those other little mountains beneath Cloud Rest. So like
Mm.
not necessarily like it's close to town, but it's not. It's like old. You know what I mean? Like it's not. It's almost
Not something well traveled.
yeah, not something well traveled. It doesn't seem like that's where they would go often. Any
It's
other
very much off the beaten path in a.
yeah. Okay. What else? What did you guys like to do now in this cavern?
Where to, like, from which, like, side do I hear the most scattering? Pretty
You
much.
hear a lot of movement here on this left-hand side, and you do
Okay,
hear
okay.
a little bit on this side, but nothing
Mm.
crazy. And it is pretty dark in this cavern, even though it's kind of light, so you can see it in the map. But it is pretty dark where you guys are
Yeah.
at. I mean, obviously there's light because there's cavern, but I would say like once you enter this, it's like kind of a dark hallway, and then it gets light. Again to some fire torches of some kind in the area. But you guys are sort of in like a darker hallway of this cavern, if you will. What would you guys like to do?
Shall we creep forward?
Yeah, I can
Okay.
move forward. Yeah.
Saren's gonna take a rock from like a side and just try to toss it like around this area here, see what attracts other people here,
Okay.
so to speak.
Just for fun, give me a finesse, so that way it sort of like hugs this wall, so that way it doesn't so that way I'm assuming you don't want them to see where it's coming from, so just to like make noise.
Yeah, I wanted to impact more or less like around
Right here.
here.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and give me like a finesse roll or a strength roll to see how far you can make it work in this area.
Oh, I thought that was a crit, but that's 15, so 16 with hope.
Perfect. It perfectly sort of you see a rock. You see Saren pull this rock, throw it in the direction, and it makes a sort of tumbling sound into this corner, and all of a sudden you hear shh. Did you hear that? Well, I didn't hear anything. What the heck, man? We were just. Well, no, we're supposed to be guarding here. What do you mean? And he's like, well, did you hear that? And he's like, hear what? He's like, another person. And you just hear two voices coming from this direction.
Gotcha. I kind of try to usher the group towards that one, given the fact that it's only two people there. From what Saren thinks, at least.
Okay. I'm gonna spend a fear.
Oh no.
And I'm going to move. You see a guy start walking out this direction. And you hear sort of like chainmail like sounds of an armor going, and you hear footsteps sort of heading towards your direction, and as they get closer and closer towards this sort of firelight here that you all can see, he sort of stands out, looks around, and goes, hey, did you guys hear anything? And you see another person sort of walk out into the middle here, and he goes, hear what? And he goes, well, I just heard a rock fall. And he's like, we're in a cavern, rocks fall all the time. And he goes, well, it just was weird. It came out of... And he's like, bro, go back to your... Just go back. Just focus on guarding the area. We need to stay vigilant. He goes, all right, and just walks back to this area, and he walks back this direction.
Seeing that guard walk back this way direction, can we try and like peek up over the door and see better in that area?
Yeah, absolutely. So I would say like this is a pretty thick like you know concrete door. You guys can sort of definitely like hide around this and kind of get a peek see of what's going on in this area. And
Get
I
a
will
little sneaky
say
peeky.
you will see if you get a little bit closer. Let me move some things here. You will see these two guards chatting here. And you will see let's see, how much do I want you guys to see? Let me diagonal that. Okay. You will sort of see this area here with a guard and sort of like another man who's like sort of a little bit more armored in a corner. And you see these two guards standing here in front of. Oh, I didn't add the door. There's a door there as you guys get step closer here.
Yeah, I think Sarah's gonna go right here while staying in the dark.
What else would the rest of you like to do? Anybody have thoughts, opinions?
Petra holds up a finger, sniffs the air. They're cooking something at that fire. Some sort of stew? Some sort of... Yeah.
The door here, GM, how does it, like, how enforced does it look?
I would say it is pretty, like, it looks like it's one of those, kind of like a bank vault door type of situation where there's, like, spinning and, like, a little, doohickey, you know what I'm talking about? Like, kind of like a bank vault door.
Yeah, the
situation.
gears.
The gears and sort of, yeah. But it doesn't, like, it... It seems like it's pretty, like it doesn't seem, what's the word? Like, it's not thick, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't seem like it's a thick door, obviously, but, like, because it's a door. But, I mean, it doesn't seem like there's extra reinforcements upon extra reinforcements. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like it's a door that has a bank vault type situation, so it's possibly locked, but...
Any sign of the witch lady anywhere near?
How close are you getting?
I'll circle back around the door and try to keep my, like, circle back around the door, like, around the party and try to just keep my back to the wall here.
Okay. So I would say if you get that close, I'm going to just delete this. You will see a dog that's sort of curled up in a corner with like leathers and is got like, it looks like it's sleeping. A witch talking to another guard, the witch that you saw outside talking to another guard, and then these two are sort of just like looking this direction, you know, just sort of like watching to see any movement coming from the entrance.
Okay. My trigger finger is itching, but I don't want to initiate it.
Conundrum. What else would you guys like to do? Cricket, Lazara, Lavina, anything you guys want to do?
I'm just trying to decide if we go for guards 3 and 4 first, or if we go straight to the other side, but I don't know. I've also got an itchy trigger finger.
Yeah, I think with Saren seeing what happens, seeing like the grouping there, he's gonna circle back around again. And GM, like, if you want me to roll for this, like, please let me know. Like, because this is repeated movement over and over again in a like a tight space. Saren is just gonna try to go with a stealthy approach as well, kind of like following a rogue being in our party.
Okay.
Just gonna hug the wall and try to go around the rocks.
Okay.
And towards the sealed door.
Okay. So you guys are, I would like anybody who's trying to be stealthy, roll finesse.
Alrighty.
And anybody who's just hanging back and waiting for the go ahead, you don't have to roll or do whatever you want to do. But anyway,
Could I
because
spend a hope? Could I spend a hope and add my experienced dexterous teachings to this roll as well, please?
Yeah, go for it.
So that would be 8 plus 1.
A crit.
That's 9. So that's 11 with hope. So that I get that back. Hell yeah, crit. Let's go.
Perfect. 11, 15, 6.
16 with fear.
16. Okay. I would say with the crit pushes you guys over in a group roll just over the edge of being silent. So you all hug this wall. What's the next steps here? What are you guys gonna do?
I'm kind of just like leading around like this side and just trying to like I'm trying to push the red button, but on these two guys here first.
Okay.
Is there very much shadow in this area?
I would say from the rocks, there's definitely some shadows. This sort of like broken scroll work has a shadow here. This has shadows. These have shadows here.
Like up here, there's shadow.
Up here,
potentially.
I would say it is lit up by this lantern here, so it's not as in shadow. But I would say like right here, like behind this column, there's shadows. But yeah.
Okay.
GM, would you also say that the guards are casting a shadow from the fire?
The guards are casting shadows for sure. Yeah, so there's shadows behind them, shadows here. I can make a little.
Okay. Okay. So I don't want to do this if it's stupid because I don't understand how Daggerheart works yet. But in theory, I should be able to shadow step basically behind one of them, and then because I would be cloaked, if I don't move, they can't see me.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Spooky.
Okay.
Because if you remain unseen if you're stationary, even if an adversary moves to where they would normally see you.
Let me take a look. Let's see. I'm gonna look at that.
After you make an attack or end a move within sight of an adversary, you're no longer cloaked. It does say that. But I could technically pop over there and stab one.
You
are
definitely cloaked. You are definitely cloaked. Let me go ahead and mark you cloaked.
Okay.
Cricket is cloaked. Alright. So yeah, you are totally cloaked.
Yeah. But, like I was saying, if I were to jump over there, we'd have to immediately pull the trigger on that. So I don't know how everybody else is feeling right now.
I'm down.
Yeah, let's do
Let's
it.
try and put
I'm
these
down.
balloons up on the down low. See if we can maintain an air of stealth. Let's dishonor this shit.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna do it. First time for everything, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've all.
Alright, so I'm gonna mark a stress, and I'm gonna disappear, and then I'm gonna reappear behind one of them.
Amazing.
Alright.
And I just go, poof! And I guess now I'm here, unless that's on his back.
Yeah, it's going this way. So yeah, it'll be back here.
Yeah.
So, all right. So what else? The rest of you? I'm gonna give you all each like something to do before we initiate essentially combat. And again, Daggerheart doesn't do initiative here, so.
Yeah, my intention is to poof over and stab.
Okay, perfect. So you poof over. Everybody's moving around stealthily.
As soon as the stab hits, Saren's dropping the stealth.
Okay. 2, 3.
And hopefully coming into melee with me, I hope. I'm not a tank, bruh.
I'm definitely gonna try
Oh no, don't worry. I'll be there.
These two, if possible. I do have a feature that can help me do that, but I was wondering if I could Like try rolling acrobatics or something, or agility. Sorry,
Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, go ahead.
to
Feel
like
free to
run up along the side and spring
Yeah.
off the wall or
Yeah. So
something.
basically, at the same time that Cricket, basically, you see you guys are all together and you sort of look around, nodding to each other. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go for it. Cricket, you see is there 1 second. The next second, Cricket is not there, and you see them pop right behind the guard. Petra in tow. And you do go ahead and roll an agility to see if they can sort of hear you coming, but then the rest of you are also in tandem heading that direction. Lazara Lavina, what are you guys doing real quickly before we go into that?
That's an
Can I do a
18 with
wall
fear,
walk?
by the way.
Okay.
Can I do wall walk and crawl up onto the ceiling?
Let me see.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, if you spend a hope, go for it. You will.
Yeah.
I will say you are
Okay.
probably. Let's see. This is
Oh,
probably.
I clicked it twice.
Let's see. I think this is probably going to be a 20-foot ceiling. So you are 20 feet in the air currently.
Okay, and you're just as she like starts climbing up the wall, if anybody's close enough, you're just gonna hear her go like a centipede.
Amazing.
You know I hate bugs.
I love how when we're like, we're not going to do anything, we're not going to do anything, and then when we're going to do something, it gets real creepy real fast.
She's still on the many feet. She's very excited about the idea that something can have many feet.
All right, Lazara, what are you doing finally?
She's just gonna let a short bow shot go at guard 4 as soon as Cricket stabs them.
Amazing. Okay, so with that 18 with fear for the agility, I will say you get there. You all get in positions of exactly where you want to be, and the two guards, all of a sudden, you all sort of they think that they're okay 1 second, and then all of a sudden, everybody lets loose their attacks. Go ahead and roll damage against the guards that you guys are shooting for, and put them in chat for me, if possible.
Do we roll to hit?
Yes.
Is that a thing?
Yep. So you
Okay.
roll to hit. So you roll your 2d12s and then add whatever. So let me open up your sheet. So for example, if you are doing your rapier, you would use your 2d12 plus 3 for your presence, and then if it hits, you roll your 2d8 plus 2, just like D&D, basically.
Gotcha. Okay.
And because you're a rogue, by the way, you do have.
I have sneak attack.
Yeah, and you also have your offhand with your, if you're gonna do like dagger, essentially like rapier and then the dagger. Essentially, you don't roll damage twice. You just add a +2 to your primary weapon damage to the target. So let's say you do your 2d12 plus 3, you hit. You roll 2d8 plus 2 plus 2 because you're hitting with your small dagger as well. If that makes sense.
God. It does. Okay. It's weird, but okay.
Yeah, I know it's a little weird, a little different, but that's the way it works there.
Okay, so I have a feature as a juggernaut where I can mark a stress to attack 2 creatures at once, and I'd like to do that here with that attack. It shares the attack roll, so 16 with hope.
I rolled 2 1s.
Let's go!
That's a crit! That's a crit!
I was like 5, and then I'm like, oh god, it's a crit.
Yeah, it is a crit, and I will say with your crit, so the way that it works is you do full damage, so whatever the full damage it would be, just as like an FYI for everybody. So if it's 2d8 plus 2, it'd
be 20.
Yep, it would be the full damage, and then you roll your dice again.
Okay, so it's 20, and then I add
whatever your roll total is. So while you do that, let me make sure. Okay, so let me go in order. So Petra, 16 with hope for the attack. You're going. That hits. Brenna,
Okay.
Lazara, 13 does not hit. You miss wide. The crit hits. Saren, your 16 hits. Go ahead and roll.
Oh wait, I forgot sneak attack. 38 so far.
You're good. Okay. That's totally fine, Saren. Okay, so Lazara's the only one that misses. So as you all are doing all that, Lazara, since you
Can I-
yes, you can move around if you need to, or Lavina, what are you doing while everybody is doing their damage?
Well, from the ceiling, I'm gonna try to strike with my dual staff.
Okay, just so you know, you're gonna be 20 feet. So where exactly are you? Are you going for like the guard up here, or like where are you gonna go?
Yeah, I'm trying to like maybe from here, like hit guard number 4,
Let's see.
and then just with the no feature present for the selected weapon. Okay, sorry. This
I would
is I'm
say-
trying to figure this out.
Pythagorean theorem. I would say you need to be 1 square closer. Because
1 square closer.
20 feet in the air on the ceiling, and then 20 feet away. So 20, diagonal 20. Good gravy doing math. I would say you'd either have to be, like 1 step closer would be perfect.
Okay, so like right there. Okay.
Yeah, right there. Okay.
And then I'm rolling.
Yeah, roll
2d.
and I'll do all the damage at once.
Oh,
Remind me, it was
Yeah,
46 total, by the way.
Holy shit.
So when I crit, I clear a stress and I gain a hope.
Correct.
Sweet.
Yeah. I love a crit for you guys.
Yeah. Apparently,
Crits are so spicy.
legit. So talk about
I did that
friendly.
wrong. I did that
What
wrong.
are you
Sorry,
doing?
hold on.
No, you're good.
You just wanted to say hi?
Take your time. I will do all the damage in order. So let's see. Okay.
Hi.
Okay, I rolled a 19 with hope.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Okay, so
Hello,
Tom. So
That's what I was
Saren.
trying to do.
Okay, so
Okay.
let me do
Oh, I have to see.
Cricket. It doesn't matter how much higher you go. It's fucking damage. It's severe damage. So
It's wild.
Hell yeah.
Let me go ahead and mark that off. So forgive me a moment while I do all my damage. So let's see. That would be.
I just find it funny that we pop out of the shadows and then just like everything was fine and then darkness forever.
Who was
Everything is
"Did
fine
you
and then
hear
dead."
Something, and he was like, well, I don't know, man. That
No!
might be something.
No,
was a
what are you
dead.
talking about? There's nothing here. There's nobody here.
Hi.
I can just say hello through my microphone.
Hello.
Yeah.
I
Oh
am
God,
feedback.
hello.
I know.
Hi.
Like this high.
Yeah.
Okay, let me really quickly.
Are you hungry? You should go tell Daddy.
Let me go.
Daddy is not sleeping. If Daddy's asleep right now, Daddy died.
Oh.
No, he did not actually die. No, he should not be asleep.
What a thing to tell a child.
Okay, let me
Well,
really
have
quickly-
you heard about the Goblin Princess?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
3 HP. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so that was that was on guard 4. Boom, 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 and then let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so I marked crickets. I'm going to mark Saren's. Saren did 13. That okay. With between the two of you, you kill guard 4. Guard 4 is dead.
Dope.
Woohoo!
And
Amazing, amazing.
then Petra, I'm assuming as soon as you see the two of them go, you're gonna go for guard 3. I'm guessing is what you're gonna go for.
Yes.
Damage 15, so that is going to be. Let's see that.
If guard 4 is already dead by the time I get there, could I not have done the double hit thing? Because that's stress.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you
Okay,
if
thank
you
you.
see the two of them going after him, like boom, okay, done.
And I was also going for guard 4, and he's also dead.
Yeah, no. If you guys
So-
want to split between the 4 of you, the 5 of you to do 3 and 4, I will say the damage. So what did you roll to hit, Lavina?
19 with hope.
That hits. And go ahead and roll your damage. And if you do more than 9 damage, both of them will die.
I rolled 8.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh, come on.
I couldn't do one more.
So you guys take down guard 4, and actually I'll say, just because all of you are aiming and are absolutely destroying the guard, I'll say both of them die. just for the sake
Hell yeah.
of because you guys would just go after him anyway. So he's dead. The two of them. You all clamor in together. You take a couple hits, and all of a sudden they go, huh, and they fall to the ground, clanking. And all of a sudden you hear, "Hey, did you hear that? Hey, what's going on over there?" And you see, I'm going to spend some fear. I'm gonna spend 2 fear. Move this guard here. Move this witch here. And move this guy here. And I'll spend 1 more fear. I'm gonna spend 3 total. And they will all move into position and see what you guys are up to. Let's see. What can I do with my fear? I'm going to...
Stir the cauldron? I mean, that thing looks like it's coming to a boil.
Oh, yeah. My witch is going to mark a stress. And she's gonna go, "Hey!" And, like, sort of point and go, "You guys look tasty." And all of a sudden she disappears, reappears behind Cricket, and goes, "Wanna play a game?" And you
Rude.
will see her go ahead and try to hit you with what do I want her to use? What do I want her to use? Actually, I'm gonna have her move back 1 more. Yeah. I'm gonna have her go behind diagonal to Cricket, and she's going to, I have to spend, 1 more fear for her to do this. But she's going to point to the ground, and you will see, this will be the end of my turn, by the way, after I do this. She points to the ground, and that area suddenly erupts into rocky terrain, and spikes start to pop out from underneath your feet, and this whole area becomes... Let me draw it. Let's see. We're gonna do a square. No.
Okay.
And I'm going to mark it
No.
red. And let's see how much of a... Okay, very close area. So she's going to do... Let's see. She's gonna do this area. This whole area in front of her... Well... No, I'm gonna move it slightly. It's gonna go here. Ish. Pointing towards Cricket, and that whole area becomes pointed spikes and rocky terrain, and I would like Cricket to make a agility reaction roll.
Uh, 11 with hope.
Beautiful. So
Why do I feel like that's bad?
it is. So you...
Okay.
Oh no!
You say beautiful, and I'm like, okay,
Oh,
so
boy.
I failed.
So
Oh, boy.
she points to the ground. It erupts. Cricket tries to dodge out of the way, and you try to save yourself from being stabbed in the foot, but do not. But like your foot gets caught between like 2 spikes, and you are going to take. Where is... There it is. 15 points of damage.
So if I spend an armor, because that would be severe.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if I spend an armor, it makes it just major.
Yes. So if you mark your armor slot, it knocks it down a peg. So instead of it being severe, it would be Major, yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I'll do that instead. I want to be half dead in one hit.
Perfect. So, and then also, you get thrown out of the area because it sort of impacts you and you fall backwards out of the area to here. And that is the end of
Ouchies.
my turn. And as for all the questions happening in the for the hope for your session, you guys are supposed to start with, I believe you start with hope. Let me check.
My sheet started with 2.
Yeah, I believe you.
Mine
Okay,
too
I
as
started
well.
with 2 also. I just wasn't sure, like, it's like a lot of my stuff requires me to use hope in order to do it, so I was trying to figure out how to get more of it.
When you roll with hope, don't you gain hope?
Yes, when you roll with hope, you
Yeah.
gain a hope.
Wait, so I should have been adding every time I rolled with hope?
Yep. So
Yes.
you
Yep.
should have.
Oh,
Let's
so I
see.
should have 4 because I rolled a 17, a 19, and a 15 with hope.
Yep. So you should have 3
Yeah,
more
so
hope than
add,
you have.
yeah, so add 3 more.
Okay, well,
Mhm.
perfect. Awesome. That helps. I was like,
Yeah.
most of my stuff requires hope, and I have none left.
Yeah, so, and also, like, if you guys need help in resources at the bottom, or sort of above the Starfall campaign frame, there's a cheat sheet for you guys to help with that, like clearing conditions and, like, what it
Oh,
means to
bless.
take cover and stress and helping allies and things like that. That's in there for you guys. Reaction rolls, things like that. So that's in there for you guys. That is up to date to the most recent
Oh, perfect.
everything. So there's cheat sheets there for you guys to help you with that stuff.
Thank you.
Just so you know. So cool. That's the witch's turn. What would you guys like to do?
Alright, I've got a gate opener for us that, if it works, will make her vulnerable.
Okay.
So all attacks will be at advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to
Dope,
use my
dope.
strategic approach feature. I have 2 tokens for that. I will use one to give myself advantage on this attack. So Petra's going to, like, jump up, like, pushing off of the flats of the spikes here, and try and make an attack on her. I like playing games, and I'm going to try and knee her in the... So this attack is with advantage.
Okay.
Alright, that's a crit. That's 2 10s.
Let's go.
Hell yeah!
Crit! Table's hot. Table's hot.
Oh yeah!
Okay.
I just
So-
squealed, and my Discord was like, "You're muted."
Wow.
Too freaking loud. Okay. Does this count as a success with hope then?
Yes, you gain a hope, you clear a stress, and you do your double
Okay.
damage or whatever you're gonna do. So yes.
So this attack is a forceful push. So on success with hope, I add a d6 to my damage. Would that include the crit damage?
Let me see. Let me look at the exact.
This is gonna get complicated. I need a calculator.
Make an attack when your primary weapon gets target within melee range. On a success, you deal damage and knock them back to close range. Yes.
And since she's like up against a wall here, I don't think I really just like pushing her into the wall, essentially.
Yeah. So it's 6 plus 1d6 for that. So yeah, go ahead and roll a d6 because it's a crit, so it does
Okay.
full damage. So 6 plus whatever your d6 is, and then it makes her
Okay.
vulnerable, which
Yep, I'm going to spend the hope I just got to make her vulnerable temporarily. Okay. Now, shit ton of damage. So, for a crit, first you max out the damage die, right?
So it's 6. Yep.
So that's... Well, this also deals the unarmed strike damage.
Oh, okay.
You deal damage and then knock them back on a success with hope. Add a d6 to your damage roll.
Okay, yeah. So it would be.
And brawlers are disgusting, so this will be
Yeah, so that is
32
what-
to start,
Yep, 32 to start.
plus the 6. So that's 38.
38 damage.
And then I roll the damage.
Mhm.
All right. That is 11, 13, 19. And then the d6, 21. So 21 plus 38.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, that's why.
Brawlers are disgusting, and I understand why you banned them.
Yeah, that's why I banned it.
59.
I told you.
59.
Yeah.
I told you it's why it's banned in this game. Okay.
So yeah, Petra just leaps onto these spikes she made, knees her in the face, and slams her against the wall.
Okay, so she, the brunt of this damage, she smacks her head against this rock wall. The impact of her body hitting this wall, you see cracks hitting on this stone door, and she looks pretty damn hurt. Let's see.
Would I be alright to jump in, or are you activating?
So did you? I can't remember. Did you roll with fear? I don't think you did. We got it.
No, I
you got
crit.
it. So yeah, no,
Yep.
It's not me. Up to you guys. Whatever you guys want to do.
Okay. I'm jumping right in, leaping over the spikes, using dead guard number 4 as leverage to not get pierced, using his body as a shield, and just leaving my broadsword right onto the witch.
Okay.
And I'll spend 3 hope to activate No Mercy. So I get an additional +1 to all my attack rolls until my next rest.
Okay.
Invulnerable gives you advantage.
Yeah, and you get it.
Vulnerable gives me an additional +6.
Yep.
So, plus D6.
Yep. Go ahead and roll.
So
that.
let me go ahead and roll for the.
So while you roll that,
Let me go ahead and roll to hit.
what are the rest of you guys doing? Lavina, Lazar, and Cricket, while they roll that and add numbers. Do you guys want to do anything as well?
I would like to spend 3 hope so that I can activate Rogue's Dodge, which gives me +2 to my evasion.
Yeah, go for it.
Ooh.
How far away?
That would be a 12 with fear, GM.
You said a 12 to hit?
12 with fear.
12 with fear. A 12 does not hit the witch.
Damn.
Yeah, so I feel like as I'm trying to make my way, like I slip on the blood from the guard and just face plant right next to the witch.
Mm-hmm. So you fall in front of the witch, and I get the fear. Lavina or Lazara, is there anything you guys want to do? Cricket, you activated. You're good on that before I decide what I'm going to do, because I get to use my fear.
I'm just gonna do another
Yay.
dual staff attack on the witch while I'm hanging out in the ceiling.
Sure. Go ahead and make your attack roll. Lazara, you've been quiet. I know you haven't really had a chance to talk. Is there anything you would like to do while I figure out what I'm gonna do?
It's okay. She is just gonna release a short bow attack on guard to
Yeah.
try to take care of them while everyone else is focused on the witch.
Go ahead and make your attack rolls, all of you.
I got a 13 with fear.
On the witch. I like the fear.
Yeah.
It misses.
Okay.
So you go ahead and try and swing at the witch. She's against the wall, and she just knocks her head to the right or to the left or the right of whatever side you're trying to hit, and you scrape against the wall.
Can I spend a hope to add my experience? I'm a survivor to this.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so that'll make it. I'll make it 15 to hit guard 2.
15 just hits. Go ahead and roll damage. And while you're rolling damage on that guard, the witch turns to all of you and goes, "You will never get inside this cavern." And she's going to spend a fear. And she's going to, move her hand upwards towards the ceiling as a hailstorm of magical blasts hit around all of you. And I would like everybody in this area of, let's see, how much? Oh, it's everybody. All of you in this room.
Even me on the ceiling?
Yep. Everybody in the scene has to make an agility reaction roll for me, please. And thank you for the damage.
That's a crit!
Let's go.
Hey.
Double sixes,
All right.
baby!
Would you say that my experience of having light feet would help me with this?
Sure, yeah. You could see if you could dodge in and out of the hail of magical damage falling from the sky.
Well, okay. Well, I rolled a 21 with hope plus 2 would be 23.
I would say that succeeds.
Damn, lots of crits.
Can you guys write, by the way, just because I have bad brain and I will not remember what you guys say to me, so I will constantly ask you if you can type it in chat. That would be incredibly helpful to me just for future reference, because otherwise I'm going to be like, I don't know what you guys rolled. So it helps for me.
Gotcha.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's see. Oh man, come on. That's good, that's good. Okay. So, let's see. 13, 23, crit, 25, crit. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All of you except Lavina will take 7 points of damage. Lavina, you take 14 points of damage.
7, that's my minor. I want to spend this. I'm
So
going to
that's
use a stress to
clear.
reduce that to. I'm going to reduce that to nothing.
Okay.
That is severe damage for me.
Yeah. So you can mark your
Oh, no, never
armor
mind.
to mark it down instead of taking 3 hit points. You can take.
Yes.
Just as an FYI.
GM never mind. That was minor damage, and I just checked the feature get back up. I'm using armor slot instead of stress for that.
Perfect.
Yeah, I also used 1 armor slot and made it 2.
Amazing. I'm gonna.
I used one armor slot to make it 0.
Amazing.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna spend 1 more fear, and I'm going to actually. I'm gonna spend 3 fear. And I'm going.
I like how you say 1 more, and then you're like, nah, 3.
Because like you guys, it's kind of it's fun as a GM because like I constantly gain fear from you guys, and like I can have up to 12, but if I don't spend it, like what's the point? I'm not gonna get a chance to play all my fun characters. So
Use it or lose it.
Mhm.
Yep, use it or lose it. So I'm moving my guards closer. This guard dog's gonna go bark, 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 bark. This guard's going.
Petra just goes, please sit. I don't want to fight you. We can all agree to contain the dog, yes?
Bark, 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 bark. All right.
I'm gonna kill that dog.
I'm gonna kill you.
Okay, so this head guard's gonna actually stand here, and I'm going to mark a countdown. I'm gonna make that really big so you guys can see it.
It's a final countdown.
So
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
So let's see. Far range. Okay, cool. So the head guard's going to go on my signal, and all of them are going to head towards you guys and rush to hit. And he's going to go, something along the lines of attack them or some shit like that while I figure out which damage I need to do for you guys. Let's see. Too many adverbs.
Dispose of them.
Dispose of them. I'm gonna mark a stress on one of the soldiers, and he's going to move within melee, and I'm gonna mark a stress on this guard so he can move into melee as a feature. I love that for me, and they're both gonna try and hit for damage. Guard 1's going to try and hit Cricket. Wow, that is abysmal. Does a 9
Yay.
Does a 9 hit?
Miss.
Alright, does
Hits.
guard 2 is gonna try and swing at Petra, because Lavina's too high for him.
Okay.
Wall walk.
Does a 14 hit you, Petra?
No.
So both these guards guards run up and they're like, "We're trying, sir, but they're just so slippery." And
I'm a slippery bitch and I'm gonna punch you.
and the soldiers, that's what they do. She did her thing. That'll be the end of my turn. What would you guys like to do?
Is the witch still vulnerable?
The witch should still be vulnerable, yes, because I did not spend a fear to remove that.
Okay, sweet.
Good.
How close is very close range?
Very close range. Excuse me. Very close range is 5 to 10 feet. Close range is 10 to 30. Far is 30 to 100. Very far is 100 to 300.
Okay, so can I, in theory, move like here and now the witch is within close range of me?
Yeah.
Or very close range?
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Cool. Because if I'm standing here, I can spend a hope, make a spellcast roll, and I can do Rain of Blades, and I hit all of the targets within very close range.
Go for it.
Do it.
So,
Oh yeah.
and she's vulnerable, so if it hits, it does an extra 1d8.
Amazing. Go ahead. Roll for it.
Okay, I'm probably just gonna miss, but it's cool.
You do have advantage on vulnerable, so don't forget your d6.
Oh, right. Okay, where do I find a d6? Add a d6. Roll. So altogether, that is a 16.
That hits. Man, oh man, that is just what you need to hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's weird. I'm like trying to tell it to add the d8 and it won't do it. Okay. So all together, it is 15 damage.
Damn. Okay.
And it says all targets within very close range. So does that also hit guard number 2 and guard number 1?
It sure does.
Sweet.
I'm assuming it doesn't hit Sarah and Petra and Lavina
Yeah,
at this point, right?
No, they're not targets. I'm not targeting them.
Okay.
It specifically calls for specific targets.
I appreciate not being targeted. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for not stabbing me.
Also, Lavina's like 20 feet away from me, so she's out of range.
I'm just hanging out on the ceiling.
Lavina got the best view.
Just swinging her staff from super far away.
I'm going to mark that one and that one and that one. So you do your Rain of Blades, and let's see, what is that damage on the witch?
Was that hope or fear? I didn't look, and now it's gone, and I don't know how to get it back.
I'll say it's with hope. I'll give you the hope.
Thank you, I appreciate it, because I did not look.
It's fine. It's okay, because the witch and the soldiers are still alive. Your Rain of Blades, describe to me what that looks like as you do crazy damage.
Basically, Cricket takes her rapier and sort of points it upward, and then when she pulls it down, it's like these just sort of like reflections of the rapier kind of fall out of the shadows and smack people.
Amazing.
Hell yeah.
So, as you all are seeing this, Lavina, Saren, Petra, Lazara, what would you guys like to do? Also, this now gets knocked down to 6. Or, sorry, to 4. I can count.
What is the movement like here? Like, do we move similar to D&D, or can we just...
You can move however far, however close you want, because the way that Daggerheart works is essentially like, as long as like if you're not trying to, it's like DM discretion. So like if you're trying to like backflip off of shit, I'm gonna make you roll like agility, or you know what I mean, or like if you're trying to climb over things or whatever, get to a space that I deem to be ridiculous, I'm gonna make you roll for it. But if you're just like trying to just cross a room and things like that, like there's no like feet that like a certain distance that you have to do that. So, yeah.
Okay.
Also, what the fuck? Stop with the hot table, okay? Stop it. Stop
I'm trying, okay?
So I think
So
Lavina. Oh, go.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say Lavina's just gonna like scurry across the ceiling towards lead number 1, and she's going to do Unleash Chaos.
Cool.
So he's within far range because that's like 30 to 100 feet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he should be within
okay.
far range of me.
Yeah.
Right?
With Pythagorean theorem, 15 diagonal, I'd say, yeah, you're probably 30 feet away.
Okay. And I am going to spend 2 tokens. Woo. 2 tokens. And channel raw energy from within myself to unleash against lead number 1. So that is spellcast roll. Making a spellcast roll.
Perfect.
Roll.
Roll that. With your crit,
Dear
go ahead
Lord.
and do your damage, Saren, on whomever you're trying to hit.
Okay. So it's 2d8 on I'm hitting the witch. It's 2d8 plus 2, so that is 16, 18. And then I rolled another 10. And I'm pumping, instead of the hope from the crit that I just got, I'm pumping in 2 more d6 into this for my Slayer dice.
Amazing. Go ahead and do that damage. Honestly, it
No,
doesn't matter.
that's a d8. That's a d8.
I'm pretty sure no matter what you do, you're gonna kill this witch.
That's another 6. That's another 6. So that's 28 plus 6. That's 34 points of damage.
Okay. You, with that damage, destroy this witch. She screams out, terrified, as you deal your damage and slice her down, and she slumps against the wall. Lavina.
And as you see as well, like as I'm finishing off the witch, there's just like this broiling like look in my eyes as I see the blood just course down the middle of her.
Mm-hmm. All right, you stand over the witch, and Lavina, what are you doing to this lead guard?
So I rolled a 15 with fear. Does that hit with my spellcast?
That sure does.
Yay! Okay, so I'm gonna do 2d10 of magic damage.
Amazing.
Roll. And I did 16 points of damage.
Damn, that's crazy. That does pretty heavy damage. Describe to me what that looks like for Lavina.
Actually, can I also do infused damage with my elemental origin? So, I have my elemental origin type as lightning, and I'm going to spend a hope and describe how my control over the lightning element helps my rolls damage.
Yeah, go for it.
So I've got my Unleash Chaos, and I'm just going to like, she's walking on the ceiling, but like hanging off by her feet, and she's just gonna like throw her arms out towards lead number 1, and you'll just see like blue electric lightning coming out of her hands, and she likes to make a lot of noises when she's doing her stuff, so she's like ha 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 ha, and she's just like pew 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 essentially at lead number 1 with her lightning and trying
to death.
Yeah. So she's just like pew pew with her lightning straight at lead 1, shooting like bolts directly into him, and you just kind of see him like being hit in the chest and like thrown back a little bit as each bolt of this lightning slams into him. And then she does her little like finger guns like at the end and like pretends to sheathe too.
Incredible.
Amazing.
The lightning sprinkles across his chest, and he cries out in pain because electricity and steel or metal don't really work well together. It does some pretty hefty damage. So
I did do 16 points of damage, but because I did the infused damage, so the 16 becomes 19.
Amazing. that damage. All right, Lazara, is there anything you want to do, or Petra, before I do
I think
something?
I'm gonna go if that's
Yeah, go for it.
okay.
I don't have anything fancy.
All right, Lazara is going to move here. And she is going to conjure swarm of fireflies. I have to make a spellcast roll against all adversaries within close range. So I think I should be able to get all three, or both of the guards and lead one.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, that is 20 with hope.
That hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
All right, so that is 2d8. That is 11 magic damage.
Describe to me what that looks like as you absolutely destroy guard 1 and guard 2.
Oh yeah. Seeing that her bow isn't doing as much damage as she would like, Lazara just kind of channels her connection that she's developed to the natural world around her. And it's almost like the fire within the cavern starts to come alive in little dots as she conjures these fireflies to swarm around their adversaries, slow at first, but then they start to pick up speed and just driving these guards mad.
Amazing. They all cry out in pain as they crumple to the ground. And also, by the way, because the witch is dead, her magic little square that makes this ground seem near impossible to traverse dwindles and disappears. The guard, I'm gonna spend one of my fear real quick just to really quickly jump in before you guys do anything. Because I'm gonna jump in that fear. This guard hound is going to go here. And they're going to howl extremely loudly. And anybody within very close range of that howl will lose a hope. If you
Damn
cannot
it.
lose a hope, you mark 2 stress. And he's going, the hound pack, the little hound boy, he's just ow! Ow! And the guard is going to step up to Lazara because he didn't appreciate Lavina, but also can't get close enough, and is going to try and swing his freaking sword down upon you. I'm going to mark my fear for that. Does a 20 hit you?
That hits. Yikes.
That's 13 points of damage. And that is the end of my go. Go ahead, Petra. Since you didn't get to go.
Yeah, don't hit my friends. I'm gonna skirt around this dog here, going around the other side of the cricket, and run down to pummel fucking lead one in the noggin.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and make this a forceful push as well.
Go for it.
So, okay. 2 hits. That is only a 12 to hit.
Let's see, does a 12 hit? A 12 does not hit. You go to try and push this guard and pummel him, and he steps just quickly out of the way before you are able to make purchase.
Oh, wait. I still have a strategic approach use. Could I make that... Yeah, no, not worth it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Alright. The rest of you. What do you want to do?
Sarah's just seeing red and just going for lead one. I'm gonna mark a stress and spend deft maneuvers. Once per rest, mark a stress to sprint anywhere within far range without making an agility roll to get there. If you end this movement within melee range of an adversary and immediately take an action against them, you gain a +1 bonus to the attack roll. So I'm seeing red going up right here, melee range. I'm going to spend another stress to make this attack at advantage,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna go ahead and just swing on him.
Swing at him.
Swinging
That
for
is
them.
Kill him.
That is 9 plus 5. 9 5, so that's 14. 14 plus 5, so that's 19 with hope. So I gain a hope.
Yep, and that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alright, so that is, I'm not gonna spend any Slayer. I don't have any Slayer dice to spend on this. So it's just 2d8 plus 2, which is gonna be 12 points of physical damage.
Amazing.
No, sorry, not 12, 14.
Amazing. You swing at this guy and it clangs against his armor and he takes some serious damage. He's on his last leg. Is there... Who would like to fell this man?
Can I drop off of the ceiling on top of him and stab him?
Yeah, go for it.
We're brutal,
Hell
guys.
yeah.
We're brutal. We went
I'm
real
literally
fast.
a walking.
Do we
I'm
really want to
literally a
fight these
walking
people?
dark
To
urge.
fucking murder.
So, yeah, I'm just gonna drop from the ceiling, and I have Gale Force, so I can always control the speed at which I fall. So I'm gonna fall fast. And I'm just gonna fall directly on top of him and use my dagger, which, hold on, I have to go grab that from my equipment real fast. To just straight stab into like his back. Like, I'm gonna just drive down with the dagger as I'm falling straight into his back.
Amazing.
And I'm just gonna yell as I fall, like, "Don't come for my friends!"
I love
Like,
it. I'm not even going to make you roll for it because this man's on his last leg and you all would just pummel him. And I don't think you guys are going to kill a dog. So I will say for the sake of time, you all fell this man, falling on him and stabbing him directly in his face. The guard dog, what would you guys like to do with the guard dog?
Is there like a rope or a lead in their little camp here that we could tie up the guard dog with?
Absolutely. I will say, for the sake of brevity, you guys can tie up the dog and give him some treats, and he happily will take them, and we'll just vibe in the corner.
See, there's a good boy. There's a good boy.
I will say, for right now, we're gonna do a quick little break, a little 10-minuter, maybe at the start of the hour, like at the start of the hour, because it's 48 right now. So take a 12-minute pee break, snack break, and then we'll do the last half of this session.
Perfect, because the Goblin Princess just handed me some celery and some ranch dressing, so I think it's lunchtime.
We will be back.
All right, I'll see you on the hour.
All right, so you felled everybody, and you all are standing around looking at these people. What would you all like to do?
Saren's still sitting. Oh, okay, you go ahead.
I was just gonna make like a knowledge check to analyze what they're trying to do here. Look for any like papers or notes.
Sure, yeah. So there isn't going to be any sort of paperwork or notes. What you do find on their person are symbols of the Varian dynasty, and the witch specifically has a pin that looks... It's funny because I can now show you guys I have art for it now.
Hell yeah.
Let me pull it up. you guys see a symbol. Let me put them in the chat so you guys can all see them at the same time. You see these two symbols.
Hmm.
The first one that you see that has like the yellow in the middle, you have never seen it before. And the one that has sort of like the petals in the middle, you recognize is the Varian Dynasty logo.
Mm.
So every single one of them has the bottom one, but only the witch has the top one. I will mark it as witch emoji so you guys know.
As a loreborn, could I try and identify that symbol? See if I've seen it anywhere in my studies?
Yeah, go ahead.
Especially in the arcane?
Yeah, give me a knowledge roll.
Alright. Alright, that is a 15 with hope.
I will say you recognize it as a prolific mage group that you believe you've heard about but don't know much about. And the name of it is, I will type it in chat so you guys have it, but it is the Arcforge Assembly. Let me go
Arcforge Assembly.
Gonna go ahead and put that in chat. Boom. So that is this one up here, the symbol on the top, the gold in the middle. That's the Arcforge. The bottom one is Varian. So, you notice that. Anything else you guys would like to do?
None of these people have 3 toes on each foot, right?
Nope.
Cool.
Saren's seeing red and he's trying to smash down the door.
Okay.
Does anybody have a key on them?
No key.
Or is the door even locked?
So if you go to touch the door or try and open the door or smash the door, all you had to do was do a couple turns to the right and it will open pretty easily. And as you all open this door and it swings out this way, you will see.
Oh my.
Oh, Lord.
Let me.
Oh, Lord.
Oh no.
Let me. Hold on. Wait.
Oh shoot, they spilled their raspberry preserves everywhere.
Not the preserves.
So as you'll enter, you
Oh.
step into this area and you see basically a menagerie of blood everywhere. And some of it's old, some of it's not old.
Okay. GM.
I will say, just as a note, these lights right here are just regular like lantern lights. And pretend like this one right here is like kind of dead, broken type situation. Like it's not lit.
Okay.
That's the only difference on this map.
Mhm.
And this door is not here, by the way. So
Gotcha.
pretend
So it
this
just
door isn't
ends
here,
ends there, right?
No, like it continues on. There's no door stopping you from going down here. Basically, pretend this is open.
Okay. Okay.
Like an arc or something.
Yeah, like an archway. And these are lights. These are lights. And then this is just a straight hallway. Like there's no door stopping you from going in and out. So that's what you see.
Lavina's just gonna kind of whisper, ew. But then she's gonna walk up to Lazara and just kind of grab her arm real fast and be like, I didn't like seeing you get hurt earlier. Can you carry this for me, please? And just hand her like a little shiny rock. And I'm just gonna say this was my mom's, and I want it. I think it'll protect you. And it's my rune ward.
Okay.
So I'm giving my rune word to Lazara.
Okay.
And so, Lazara, you can spend a hope to reduce incoming damage by 1d8.
Amazing. Thank you. Our Lazara will hold on to Lavina's arm, and just smile at her and say, "Thank you. This really means a lot. We got to protect each other out here."
Lavina's just going to smile back and say, absolutely. Stay safe, please. And then look around her and realize that she's walked into a puddle of blood and go, ew.
While this is happening, Saren's just kind of half disassociating. And can I use my experience, Rage of the Blood, to just see, like, or at least tell how old these bloodstains are?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a knowledge roll or a instinct roll. Your choice.
I'll say instant because that is +0, so that'll be +2 then.
Petra, Cricket, what are you guys doing?
Petra's looking over here at this and like this area, doing a little investigation.
Okay, this pretend right here. This is not here. I'm sorry, I don't have that access to
Okay.
this map. So just pretend this isn't here. This is just a plain walkway here. This is just a light. You just see more blood this direction. It ends into a cavern here, and that there's a small walkway here that comes around. That's sort of like a high up, like this is sort of a higher elevation overlooking all of this stuff.
Okay, so if I follow it through, it still just gets me out here. Nothing new. Okay.
Nothing new on that side. No, there's nothing special there. Just more blood and carcasses and bones and things.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody! There's an ore, and it's soaked. There's a soaked ball.
Context is everything.
Yeah.
So
11 with fear. I will say, you can tell that some of these blood spatters are pretty old, and some of them are recent, but it's like the stuff that's like pooled up, like this stuff here on the right, like all of this like drag marks and stuff, those are all pretty old. The newer stuff is kind of like towards this front area, and like some right here, like towards the front of this area here at the front, but otherwise it's mostly mostly old stuff.
And the origin of this blood, it doesn't look like someone was, I don't know, hit by a humongous boulder that's going to fall out of the ceiling and crush us or something. Like, there's no. Okay.
No.
Are these like drag marks or splatters?
There are drag marks. So there's drag marks, there's splatters, like as if there was a pretty big battle or people got hurt or something along those lines. Yeah.
And there's just body parts littered along the walls?
I wouldn't say body parts littered along the walls. It's just like, like old bones. Like this is, some of this stuff has been here a very long time. The blood splatter stuff is obviously pretty recent, obviously, because it would have oxidized. But it would have, I would say there's like there are dead bodies in places, but it is not consistent. Like there's no like pile of dead bodies. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's like a dead person here laying here. I'm sorry, I don't have like tokens to help, but there's like a dead person here or a dead person here. You know what I mean? There's nothing significant, if that makes sense to you guys.
And does it look like they just all died in a battle, or like
it
was like a
some of them are stabbed, some of them are crushed by rocks, like falling debris. It looks like, some people are just like stabbed, killed, or some of them have like again, like boulders falling on them, debris on them. Yeah. Lazara, what do you want to do with your ranger thing?
Okay, so one of the questions I can ask with the gifted tracker ability is what were they doing in this location?
Ooh, spicy.
And so it's up to you how you want to answer that, but I want to spin the hope to try to get a sign as Lazara just kind of looks around, examines the blood and everything left behind to see if she can kind of piece together what the fuck
Okay.
happened.
I will say, just for the sake of time, you all discover as you walking through here and getting closer to this orb thing in the middle. It looks like a portal. It looks like, as you get closer, like arcane humming energy is coming out of this ball, okay? You can't see through it. There's nothing, like, it's opaque. Like there, or not opaque. It's like like fuzzy blue, you know what I mean? Like arcane energy, you can't see into it. And it's just humming with energy. And based on that question, you can figure out that this portal is here for a reason. You don't know why, but the portal is here for a reason. And you assume it's a portal because of there's like arcanic stones around it, and also just for like, since you all are going to be like scavenging this area, you're going to see blue broken glass in different parts of surrounding this ball area here. It's like transparent blue glass, sort of like a filter in a way that looks like a filter, like, you know, like you would put on like a camera lens or something. That's what I mean by like opaque glass. um, and if you get closer to this portal ball, you can like feel the arcanic energy, and you can assume by being in proximity that these soldiers were protecting this for a reason, and the portal was either built after whatever happened here, or and is like pretty recent, or it's been going on for a while, them trying to build this thing.
Okay.
So that's kind of like what you get the gist of as you're sort of like walking around. You see like broken glass and like runic stones in places. There's no paperwork or anything. You can see sort of like a control like panel along this like wall, like along like the walls here, like trying to think of like a car battery type situation of an arcane portal.
Okay.
And you can see there's like some sort of control panel situation, but if you guys get pretty close, you can feel like the hum of the arcane energy is it's a lot. So that is what I would say you would be able to investigate, just from, I'm sure a lot of you are going to be trying to scavenge this area. You find blue
Oh yeah.
glass, arcane energy humming. If you try and get close to it, it feels pretty palpable, and a control panel that's in the area that you're not sure what that is attributing to. And the blood that's on it, it seems to be like pretty old, but also in the sense of like it's like you get the sense that whatever happened here with all the blood, it being new and old, like that they have been building this for a while, and that whatever this portal is, they're fighting to keep it here. Hence the guards, hence the blood.
As a student of the arcane, can I start trying to like discern its workings and try and figure out how to shut it off?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a knowledge roll.
All right.
Is there anything that, Jim? Is there anything that happens if you like hyper focus and stare down the portal?
I would say if you stare down the portal, you can't really discern like any movement or shapes or figures or anything. It just sort of like hums like arcanic, fuzzy, think like old TV, you know, like static energy type situation. Nothing like you can see.
That's a 19 with hope.
You are so close to knowing.
Not bad.
You needed a 20.
Oh,
You needed a 20.
no!
Damn.
You needed a 20. It was
Okay.
Can I do an
GM
instinct check
No, never mind.
to
Okay.
see if I can just like sense anything more about it?
I will say, I will give you
Or knowledge.
it would be knowledge to try and
Okay, I'll do
comprehend
knowledge.
what it is and how to discern how to turn it on or off.
I was gonna give.
Oh, I rolled an 18 with hope.
You guys are
Come on.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Can I add?
Oh man. You mean you could assist in
Wait a minute.
in the hope and
Wait. I have again. I can do element. Well, no, I can the elemental origin. I can spend a hope to add +2 bonus to my roll, which would put it to a 20. But I have to describe how my lightning would help with
yeah,
this.
no, I would say lightning doesn't help you here, unfortunately.
Doesn't help her. Yeah, that's why I'm like. Dang it.
Are we thinking that this portal goes back to the dynasty and that's how they got here?
That's my thought, is that this is how they've been getting in.
But that wouldn't explain the blood.
Sure it would if there were people here defending it, and then they popped in, murdered the guards, and now they're defending it as a way to get in like a back door.
This much blood is unnatural.
Yeah, usually it's inside of people, and now it's not.
I would
Not
my blood
what
inside
I
of me.
meant.
I would say with that 18, which by the way, between the two of you, with your knowledge rolls, that 18 and 19, you get the sense that this has been constructed as a one-way or is not fully complete by looking at it. And that no matter what buttons, levers that you push, pull, nothing works. But you get the sense that there's more than one way to turn something off.
You could break it.
I'm gonna do the try and shoot method. I'm gonna pick up a rock and just chuck it at one of the one of the things here. One of the other astrolabes.
Okay.
One of the astrolabes.
Yeah.
Can I see if my lightning? Can I use my experience of static charge to see if I like any kind of static or lightning would help turn something on?
You would have to roll to attack to use the experience. Like if you're attacking or
Okay, never mind then. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like you would have to roll.
Yeah, I wasn't sure exactly how that worked.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then. Would something in my nomadic pack help?
Is someone gonna throw something at one of these?
I'm just chucking a rock at one of the astrolabes.
So you're gonna chuck that rock, okay? And it's going to disintegrate.
Oh!
Well, I'm glad you didn't decide to jump in.
You'll see Lavina put the rock that she had picked up earlier slowly back in her pocket.
Hey, it worked with the guards!
Wait, so there's blood all over these things. So does that mean they've been experimenting, trying to send people through them, and they've just been basically walking into a giant cheese grater?
Mm-hmm.
They've been pasting people on these things.
Ew.
GM, let me know if this is too gruesome or not, but I'm gonna take the body of the witch. I'm gonna drag it all the way there to the orb, and I'm gonna feed it to the portal.
Which one? Are you throwing it at this, or are you throwing it at the portal?
At the big portal.
You pick up this witch and throw her into the portal, and she vanishes.
No blood, no nothing?
No blood, nothing.
Well, if there's people on the other side, they kind of know we murdered their witch now.
Yeah, exactly. This is why you don't fuck with us.
I don't know how smart that was.
It's not.
Can I discern a power source for the portal?
You get the
Or is
sense,
it self-contained?
I would say you get the sense that these are arcanic stones in a way. They don't now. I know you guys are looking at this picture and taking it very literally as to what you're seeing, but it's sort of different because it's not exactly like what's in this picture, what you're viewing. Just as like a preface to, sorry, I can't make maps that look exactly what I want them to look like, but
Yeah, no.
to
Mhm.
kind of understand this, basically what you're viewing is like a rocky, arcanic type portal, a ball of some kind, and then you see along these edges of these walls like sort of like a like switches or control panels, and then along these walls there's these arcanic I would almost I hate calling them shards, I really do, but they're
Ash-
basically like shards or pieces of arcanic energy within blue like glass, like it's encased essentially. But when you try and throw something near it, it disintegrates. And when you threw the
Okay,
witch
before
into
it
the
even
portal, she just vanished. You can't tell if she went through the portal, if she just disintegrated, but there's no blood or anything. It's just these things are disintegrating the closer that you get to it.
Okay.
Would there be any feedback as like Saren's standing so close to the portal at this point?
Yes, I would say if you get much closer to it, I'm going to make you take damage.
Lavina, says Petra, can you try shooting those crystal shard things in the glass with your staff? I want to see if magic interacts with it differently than physical things like that rock.
Absolutely. And so she's just going to wander over to one of the little orbs.
Safely
And
from a
again-
distance, please.
Just backs up a little bit. And yeah, she'll pull out her staff and shoot just a bolt of lightning from her dual staff towards it,
Go ahead and roll damage.
making the pew pew sound, of course.
Roll damage.
Of course.
I don't know if pew pew is one of your experiences, but it should be one.
It might have to be now. It wasn't before, but I might have to change it.
We find experiences in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
13?
13 destroys that crystal. And you
Okay.
see the glass around it shatters, and the arcanic crystal inside, or the shard in it inside, starts to flicker and goes out. The other two are still humming with life.
Great. Can you do that 2 more times?
Absolutely. And then she just wanted to do.
We're gonna say for the brevity of things, y'all magic the heck out of those shards and shut down this portal. And as it shuts down, it sort of like fizzles in like a sort of like static electricity, and then like blips, and the ball becomes dormant. Nothing's happening.
And the witch's body isn't inside the ball. She's just gone.
Correct.
Did I do
All
it?
right. It looks like you did it.
Yay!
You shut down their portal. Maybe they'll have a harder time getting in.
I'm kind
Or
of
maybe
disappointed
we
none of
just
them
fucked
had more
everyone
than 2
over.
feet.
I don't know.
Is there anything else you guys want to do?
Should we rest
Feels like
here
this
and
was a
then
bit
leave?
easy.
Or do we just leave?
Feels like this was a bit too easy.
I feel like I'm missing something.
Same here.
You might.
I'm sure we're missing something.
So the orb in the center,
I will give you
is it
all-
making noise or anything still? Just kind of just quiet now.
It is quiet. I will give you all a GM hint. Would anybody like to pick up or investigate the shards?
Oh, the
I
blue
will.
glass?
Oh yeah, I'd probably
100%.
investigate those.
Okay.
I'm
As you look at this, you feel like when you shot the magic energy at this, it became dormant. Almost like a kill switch, almost in a way, where like you hit it, it turns on, you hit it, it turns off. In this glass shard, or in this like shard encased in this glass, and you've struck it with lightning. The glass shattered, you see it on the ground laying dormant, and you think, oh, I'm gonna pick it up. Or you go to pick it up. And you notice on this shard it's like blue dust. Like very like sand grainy dust on the outside. Kinda like a sugar cookie, you know, like when it's got like the crystals on the outside. It's very sparkly. It's very almost like weirdly grainy. Like crystals and shards of glass should not be this sandy looking, this sugary cookie looking
Question.
like.
Question, GM. Is this any way, like, you said this temple looked pre-Starfall.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Is
no. So
is
it's
there
10 years prior to the current date in the game. This is after Starfall.
no, I mean the temple itself, like the age of the temple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is yes.
Before the events.
Yes.
Um so would the crystals, would there be an inkling that they're like a precursor of the Starfall energy?
I would say, with your group knowledge, you would be able to discern that this shard is pretty freaking ancient. It is not like of this plane of existence. Like it is not of this realm. It does not look like a normal thing. It should this is ancient arcanic power that you're looking at.
But we can pick it up, right?
Do you
Just
want to
fine.
pick it up?
First,
I'll
can I
pick it
use
up,
my
I'll pick it up.
arcane? Can I use my arcane sense to tell whether or not it's still magical, even though it's broken? Like, is there any kind of still magical essence to it?
Oh yeah.
I'll walk up to this one and just pick it up.
Okay. Saren walks over to pick up the crystal, and you hold it in your hand. And nothing happens. You think, this is fine. You're holding it. It feels warm. Like, almost like a heart fluttering warmth. You get the sense that this is a piece. It is not a whole. This is a piece of something else. And you look at it closer, it's like broken and like it's not perfectly, you know, like you would look at a diamond or a shard or something, it is perfectly, you know, broken. This looks like it is a piece of a whole. And if you look at the others, they also look like pieces, but they do not combine together.
Will they combine with the centerpiece?
They don't.
Huh.
So, I will say, for the sake of brevity, because I do have to leave in like 20 minutes, and I want to make sure you guys have the ability to do any last minute RP. Before you leave this temple, are you taking anything with you?
Lavine
I'm
is
taking a
definitely
crystal
picking up a
shard.
piece of this and putting it in her pocket.
Okay.
Yeah, Saren's taking a shard as well.
Okay. You have a shard? You have a shard? Does anybody else?
I think
have a shard?
Lazara is too.
Okay. Well, Zara takes a shard.
Can Petra like chip off a piece of like the center stone?
Yeah, absolutely. You could totally chip off a
Okay.
little bit of the
See if
architect
there's
something.
see if there's anything funky about this.
Mm-hmm.
Study it later.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I will.
I think that Cricket would rather take the badges off of the people that we killed as proof.
Perfect. Yeah, you take up all their badges and their pins, pieces of their cloak to verify what you've all done. So
Obviously, we don't have the witches anymore, but that's fine.
yeah.
Sorry.
And then we definitely take the dog with us.
Yeah, you take the puppy. So you all, I will say, for the sake of brevity, you all head back into town. I'm assuming there's nothing else here you would like to do, and if there is something you would like to do later, you can always message me and ask me questions on the side. But for now, I will say there's really not much else in this room. I'm gonna be honest. There's really like
Okay.
all the important stuff in this room. If anything, you could like look a little bit more at like the portal itself. But to be honest, there's really not much there. It just looks like arcanic ruins and things like that. So you exit this what you've now discerned to be an ancient temple with a power on the inside. You gather all your belongings and you exit the cavern and head back into town to talk to Atri about what you've witnessed. And
We should close the door behind us and do our best to lock it.
yeah, I was gonna say,
Just put it out there.
what do you guys want to do about this cavern? Like, do you want to lock the door? What do you...
Mom, get on the way.
Aw.
I mean, we just sort of strolled through. Is there a way to lock it?
I would say, I mean, you could probably bar the door of some kind.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say you could totally bar the door, and set up, you know, maybe find a way to, you know, find.
And let's do it from. Yeah, and let's do it from our side so that if something came through the portal, it would have a hard time getting out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it could be something simple. Like, I'm sure we all have 50, but we could just tie it around the little, like, vault door thing so it doesn't like spinning.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all lock it up. You head into town. You show Atri all the belongings and all the things that you've discovered and seen, and explain what you saw and hand over all the, or not hand over, but show them all the things that all the people that you've killed and what you've discovered. Do you show Atri the crystals?
I keep mine hidden.
Okay.
I keep mine hidden for now.
Okay.
I think Lazara would show them hers,
Okay.
just so they know what is potentially at stake if they were to catch wind of the Varian Dynasty or anyone else poking their nose around there again.
Okay. Atri, seeing only one crystal and knowing that you all did what you could to close whatever that the Varian Dynasty is trying to do, awards you all with a handful of gold each, and if you have any questions for them, feel free to ask them for the next 10 minutes that I have left for this session.
This might be nothing, but at the start, Atri was talking with a fairy, right?
Mm-hmm.
What color were the fairy's wings?
The fairy's wings were purple.
Okay. Because the little sparkly dust on the stones is blue.
Yes.
I think Petra just makes a note of that, but doesn't bring it up to Atri.
Mm-hmm.
More just goes into detail, telling Atri what the mechanics of it all looked like.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When we're giving our little readout to Atri, Lavina's going to specifically make a note to call out that none of them had more than 2 feet.
Incredible.
None of them had splayed bird toes either. So
Yeah, none of them had
really,
3-toed feet either.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
really at a loss here.
So we might suggest setting up like a guard just to watch to see if anybody else comes back, because we saw people going in and out. That doesn't mean that we killed all of them. Some of them might come back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Atri will take this into consideration and make some notes based on what you all tell them, and seems concerned, and will say it's possible that they've been here much longer than what we've seen. They've only recently gotten closer to the town, so I'm not really sure what they were looking for with that teleportation portal, maybe. There might be more, maybe. You might need to... Maybe I should speak with Luna in the southern region to see... you all know Luna, right?
Luna.
Luna.
The moon?
Luna. Her
Do
name
we
is
know Luna?
You guys don't know Luna. Luna is an archivist of the Luna
It's like,
is an
did I just
no,
not put this in my notes?
No. Luna is an archivist in the Lemon Kingdom, and she is researching this weird sickness happening, and it only recently started creeping up into a corner, but maybe this could be related. I don't know. It seems pretty odd, but at our last council meeting, she brought up some strange arcanic things happening in the south. Maybe some of you can go talk to her and see what you can find out. She's in the Lemon Kingdom, just south of here. But I will make notes of all of this and see what I can talk to in the council and our next meeting in a few weeks. But thank you for your help.
All right. Luna in the Lemon Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's definitely worth going to ask if nobody minds the trip.
Mm-hmm. And I will say, as you all finish your chatter with Atri, those of you who are continuing on in this game using these characters, you will meet Luna, Archivist Luna, in the Lemon Kingdom, and be helping her find out some information. So you will loop back up with the main campaign of them trying to figure out what this sickness is. Which I believe a few of you are going to be using these characters in the main campaign, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So you guys will loop back with her, and she will let you in on the information that you've all read in the Discord now. So that is the end of the session. I appreciate you guys being so patient and understanding that this had to go really quickly. We could have taken much longer in this room, but I appreciate it. And thank you guys for being here. Great session.
Yeah,
this was fun.
This was a great
Thank
set.
you.